Dear ladies and gentlemen, let me begin with a truth that will free you, stretch you, and challenge you all at once. You are not in competition with anyone else but you, not your neighbor, not your friend, not the version of someone else you see online. Your only real competition is the person you were yesterday. You weren't created to outdo them, you were created to outgrow you. But here's what most of us do. We run races we were never meant to run, compare callings that were never meant to be copied, and waste energy measuring our worth based on someone else's highlight reel. And all the while, we're ignoring the only race that actually matters, our own. God didn't call you to be better than them. He called you to be faithful to you. So every time you get up and push yourself to show up not for perfection, but for progress, you are winning. Every time you silence the voice that says you'll never catch up, and you choose to take one more step forward, you are overcoming. Every time you resist the urge to compare, you're behind the scenes to their applause, you are maturing. Listen, the only real question that matters today is this: am I doing better than the me I was last week? If you're still comparing, you're still delaying. If you're still trying to copy someone else's path, you're forfeiting your own. Your competition isn't across the street, it isn't on the stage. It's the version of you that settles when God called you to stretch. So don't worry about outperforming people, focus on outgrowing patterns. Don't strive to win applause, aim to win integrity. Don't chase titles, build testimony. You are your only competition. And when you start living like that, when you start pushing, praying, planting, and progressing not to impress others, but to honor your purpose, that's when real transformation happens. Run your race. Fix your focus, and every day beat the person who tried to hold you back yesterday, the old you. Because the real you, the called, chosen, anointed, growing, fire, breathing you is coming for everything God promised. 10 key points from the speech: you are your only competition. You were never called to compete with others, only to outgrow your former self. Comparison distracts, delays, and distorts your unique calling. The only race that matters is the one you're called to run. Focusing on your own progress builds power, peace, and clarity. God doesn't reward imitation, He blesses authenticity. Growth happens when you silence the urge to perform for others. Measuring yourself against others will make you feel either prideful or paralyzed. Your biggest battles are internal, not external: insecurity, fear, laziness, pride. Small, consistent steps forward beat flashy but fake progress. Beating yesterday's version of you is the key to lifelong growth and divine fulfillment. Absolutely. Here's a *** deep and powerful expansion of key point 1 ** from the speech **. You are your only competition, ** written in an intense, motivational, and spiritually rooted tone ** without a subtitle and without a conclusion **. You were never called to compete with others, only to outgrow your former self. Let that settle in your spirit, because the world we live in trains us from an early age to look sideways instead of upward, to measure ourselves by someone else's metrics, to define success by what they're doing, what they're wearing, where they're going, how fast they're moving, and how loud the applause is. But your purpose was never designed to be compared, it was designed to be completed. And the truth is, when you get caught in the trap of comparing yourself with others, you begin to lose sight of your own growth. You stop asking, am I faithful, and start asking, am I better than them, but faithfulness was always God's metric, not flashiness. Obedience, not optics. Progress, not popularity. You see, God is not interested in whether you're ahead of somebody else, He's interested in whether you're ahead of the **, you **, who used to settle for less. He wants to know if you've been faithful to **, your **, development. Have you outgrown your excuses? Have you outgrown your cycles of shame? Have you outgrown the lies that used to hold you hostage? Because when you're trying to compete with someone else, your focus is split. You're distracted, you're diluted, and you're discouraged. And distraction is one of the most powerful tools the enemy uses to derail your destiny, not with destruction, but with **, comparison, **, not with chaos, but with counterfeit competition. When you start chasing someone else's race, you exit your own lane, and in doing so, you forfeit the divine timing that was attached to your own obedience. God didn't give them your oil. God didn't assign them your scars. God didn't birth them through your story. So why would you expect their pace to fit your purpose? You are not here to prove yourself to them. You are here to become a better version of who you were last season. To show up with more integrity, to speak with more boldness, to love with more depth, to stretch with more trust. It doesn't matter how fast they're moving if you're not moving in the right direction. Let's be honest, the only real competition that matters is the old you, the insecure you who was scared to show up, the distracted you who couldn't focus, the bitter you who was still holding on to what they said about you, the small-minded you who didn't believe anything great could come from your life. That's who you're fighting, that's who you're beating, that's who you're growing beyond. So every time you show up differently than the you from yesterday, you win. Every time you hold your tongue when you used to lash out, you win. Every time you press forward when you used to give up, you win. Every time you trust God when you used to panic, you win. Every time you believe the truth when the lies are louder, you win. This isn't about climbing some imaginary ladder of success. This is about becoming who God called you to be, step by step, day by day, inch by inch. The only metric that matters is progress, not perfection. Not applause, not validation, just progress. So ask yourself this: are you growing? Are you stretching? Are you more surrendered today than you were last week? Are you moving forward even when no one is clapping? If yes, then you're winning. If yes, then you're rising. If yes, then you're exactly where you need to be. Because in the kingdom of God, growth is the goal and comparison is just a cheap distraction. Certainly, here's a ***, large, powerful expansion of key point 2*** from the speech ***. You are your only competition, written in the motivational, deeply spiritual tone. You're looking for ***, with no subtitle and no conclusion ***. Comparison distracts, delays, and distorts your unique calling. There's a reason comparison is such a powerful trap, because it works subtly. It doesn't announce itself with a scream. It creeps in with a whisper. Look at them. They're already ahead. She got the opportunity you prayed for. He's doing in months what you've been grinding toward for years. And before you know it, you're not walking in your purpose anymore, you're wandering in their direction. Comparison is spiritual poison. It looks harmless because it often feels like motivation, but it slowly drains your peace, your clarity, and your gratitude. When you compare, you start resenting the blessings you already have. You start doubting the path God has paved specifically for you. You start thinking maybe you're behind when in reality, you're just on a different timeline And here's the truth. God's timeline isn't competitive, it's customized What takes one person 5 years may take you 10, because God is building something deeper in you, not just through you. But when you compare, you get impatient. When you compare, you start trying to shortcut growth. You try to copy someone else's formula, thinking it will fast-track your destiny. But shortcuts don't work when God is developing character not just results. Have you ever seen a fruit tree try to grow faster because another tree bloomed first? No, because each tree is planted in different soil, under different conditions, with different roots. And just like that tree, you've been planted for your season, not theirs. Comparison also makes you blind to your own calling. When you're too busy watching what God is doing for others, you miss what He's already placed inside you. You miss the gift He's developing, the doors He's preparing, the strength He's growing. You can't walk into your promise while staring at someone else's platform. And here's the dangerous part: comparison breeds competition where there was never meant to be one. You begin seeing people as opponents instead of collaborators. You see their blessing as your threat. Their breakthrough makes you feel smaller, not because they took anything from you, but because you stopped believing there was room enough for both. In the kingdom of God, someone else's blessing is never your barrier. What God has for you, no one can take from you. No one else's pace cancels your path. No one else's anointing replaces your assignment. But when you compare, you start questioning God's character. You think He's forgotten you. You wonder if maybe you're less worthy. You start thinking you've missed it when all that's really happening is that you've turned your head to the left or right instead of keeping your eyes fixed forward. Comparison delays you. You get distracted by how far someone else has come, and you slow your own stride. You hesitate, you second, guess, you stop mid, run to see how you're measuring up, and suddenly your focus is broken, your rhythm is off, and your purpose is paused. Comparison isn't just toxic, it's a time thief ***. It steals your ability to enjoy the process, appreciate the progress, and grow through your personal journey. It makes you ungrateful for what you have because you're too obsessed with what they got. It turns your heart into a scoreboard instead of a sanctuary, and perhaps the most painful distortion comparison brings is identity confusion. You start mimicking instead of maturing. You stop asking who am I called to be, and instead ask how can I look more like them? You adjust your calling to fit into a mold that was never yours. But God doesn't anoint replicas, He blesses authenticity. That's why the enemy loves to bait you with comparison, because the moment you start running their race, you abandon yours. The moment you start coveting their favor, you forget your foundation. And the moment you chase their identity, you lose sight of your divine identity, the one built in truth, not in envy. So if you feel distracted today, if you feel like you've been delayed emotionally, spiritually, creatively, check the direction of your focus. Have you been looking at your lane or theirs? Because if your eyes are on them, your pace is already off. Your competition was never them. It was the version of you that settled for a smaller vision. God's not asking you to be more like them. He's asking you to become more like who He called you to be. Certainly. Here's a full expansion of key point 3 from You are your only competition. In a deep, rich, motivational tone. Without subtitle and without conclusion. The only race that matters is the one you're called to run. It doesn't matter how fast others are moving if you're running in a different direction. Life is not a racetrack where everyone begins at the same starting line and crosses the same finish. Life is a calling, and a calling is personal. It's not something you win at by being quicker, louder, or more impressive than others. You don't win your race by sprinting harder than the next person. You win it by running it with integrity, focus, and faithfulness to the God who marked it out for you. You see, the problem starts when we forget that our lane was custom designed. We start borrowing other people's lanes because theirs looks easier, smoother, or more admired. But the moment you leave your lane, you forfeit the grace that was meant for it. Because grace is lane-specific, it empowers you for your assignment, not theirs. It strengthens you for your pace, not theirs. It carries you for your calling, not theirs. You weren't created to run in their shoes. You were created to wear your own with confidence, scuffed, broken, dusty as they might be. Because those shoes have walked through storms that prepared you, valleys that taught you, and uphill climbs that stretched you. And while someone else's path may look smoother, it didn't shape them the way yours shaped you. Their race didn't require your endurance. Their track didn't demand your kind of faith. That's why comparison is so misleading. It's like watching someone else's highlight reel while you're still in rehearsal. You look at their breakthrough and think, Why not me? Asterisk, but God's not looking for runners who envy, he's looking for runners who endure. Who show up on the track of life every morning saying, asterisk, I'm not here to compete with them, I'm here to grow into the best version of what you've called me to be. Asterisk, some of you are exhausted, not because your race is too hard, but because you're trying to run someone else's race while carrying your own weight. That's double exhaustion, and you were never meant to carry two callings, only yours. This is why discipline matters. Discipline keeps your eyes forward when distraction wants to make you look to the left and right. It's easy to get sidetracked by what others are doing. You see someone get blessed, and instead of celebrating, you question your position. You hear of someone's promotion, and you wonder if you're falling behind. But hear this, asterisk, asterisk, no one can run your race like you can. Asterisk, asterisk, no one else has your scars, your story, your combination of faith, flaws, and fire. You are a one-of-a-kind runner with a one-of-a-kind route. And what if the pain you've been carrying is part of your training? What if the slow seasons weren't punishment, but preparation for a pace only you could sustain? See, some races are sprints, but most of the ones that matter are marathons. They require pace, they require rest, they require persistence, and most of all, they require asterisk, asterisk, vision, asterisk, asterisk, not of what others are doing, but of who you're becoming. You won't get a medal for beating someone else's timeline. You won't get a crown for crossing a finish line that wasn't yours to begin with. You'll only feel fulfilled when you've poured everything you are into everything God called you to be. That's when peace shows up. That's when purpose gets louder than pressure. That's when progress becomes personal. And let's talk about failure for a moment. In this race, failure doesn't disqualify you, quitting does. Tripping doesn't count you out, staying down does. Even if you fell yesterday, you can run today, because this race has room for restarts. Grace is built into the track, and God doesn't time you like a stopwatch, He watches you like a father. He's not waiting for you to impress Him, He's waiting for you to trust Him enough to keep running. So stop checking the competition, stop calculating their speed, stop comparing their progress, fix your eyes on the lane ahead, because that's where your breakthrough lives, that's where your peace begins. That's where your real success is, waiting in your lane, in your rhythm, at your pace. Because again, the only race that matters is the one you're called to run. Absolutely. Here's a full, large-scale expansion of asterisk, asterisk, key point 4 asterisk, asterisk, from asterisk. You are your only competition. Asterisk, in a powerful, authentic, and spiritually rich tone, without a subtitle and without a conclusion. Focusing on your own progress builds power, peace, and clarity. It's easy to get distracted by what others are building, to watch their platforms rise, their influence grow, their prayers get answered, and wonder if you're doing something wrong. But the truth is, distraction is often the enemy of development. You don't grow by watching them flourish. You grow by doing the daily work of watering your own soil. You gain power when you stop checking how far everyone else has gone and start measuring how far you've come. There's something transformative about taking ownership of your process when you say, asterisk, I may not be there yet, but I'm further than I was last month. Asterisk, you reclaim your strength. You gain momentum. You start moving not in anxiety but in intention. And that's the kind of power that doesn't burn out, because it's not drawn from applause, attention, or comparison. It's drawn from purpose, and purpose is a deeper well. It sustains when platforms fall. It fuels you when nobody's watching. It keeps your fire alive when the crowd has gone quiet. When you focus on your own progress, your energy becomes aligned. You stop wasting emotional bandwidth worrying about who's ahead or behind. You're no longer racing against shadows. Instead, you become centered, grounded, unshaken by detours and delays, because your focus is internal. You're not just building success, you're building stamina. And in a world obsessed with arriving, you discover the strength that comes from asterisk, asterisk, becoming. Asterisk, asterisk, focusing on progress also gives you peace. You stop needing validation because you start seeing value. You don't need likes or shares or praise when you've built the kind of quiet confidence that comes from showing up every day and doing the work no one claps for. You start realizing that growth isn't always visible. Some of your greatest victories will happen in secret, in the silent moments when you resist quitting, when you say no to bitterness, when you forgive even when it still hurts. Peace comes when you stop comparing your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 10. You start to realize that everyone has a backstory. Everyone's carrying battles you can't see, and most of the time, the people you're comparing yourself to are also struggling behind the scenes. No one's life is as perfect as their posts, and no one's journey is free from obstacles. So you choose peace over pressure. You choose contentment over competition, and clarity that comes when your eyes are no longer distracted by everyone else's direction. Because when your attention is fragmented, your vision gets blurry. You can't run a race looking sideways. You can't follow God's instructions while copying someone else's blueprint. But when you stay focused on your own growth, your own lessons, your own calling, clarity starts to rise. You begin to hear God more clearly. You begin to trust yourself more deeply. You make decisions not out of fear of missing out, but from alignment with what's right for you. You're no longer building your life to impress, you're building it to endure. And maybe that's what this season is really about. Not trying to reach perfection, but learning to honor your progress. Maybe it's not about giant leaps forward, but about faithful small steps in the same direction. Maybe God isn't asking you to be ahead, maybe He's just asking you to be awake, present in your process, patient with your pace, committed to the assignment. Because when your focus shifts inward, when your only competition is yesterday's version of yourself, then every moment becomes an opportunity to grow. Every obstacle becomes a chance to deepen your faith. Every delay becomes a classroom, and every step forward, no matter how small, becomes an act of holy defiance against the lies that tell you you're not enough. Progress is personal. It can't be measured by comparison. It can only be measured by courage, the courage to keep showing up, keep pressing forward, keep becoming who you were born to be, absolutely. Here is a large, in-depth expansion of key point 5 from you are your only competition, in a bold, emotionally honest and faith-rooted tone without subtitle and without conclusion The enemy of your future is not someone else's success, it's your own self-doubt. There's a voice that echoes inside all of us, the one that tries to talk us out of becoming who we were created to be. It whispers when no one's around. It rises when things get quiet. It shows up every time we try to step into something greater. And it doesn't always say you can't do it. Sometimes it says you're not ready yet, or worse, you'll never be enough. That voice doesn't come from outside. It comes from within, and it's subtle enough to sound like truth, but poisonous enough to paralyze your purpose. See, we're often told that the obstacles in life come from outside, the haters, the critics, the competition, the circumstances. But the truth is, most of us aren't battling them. We're battling us. Our own insecurity, our own fear of failure, our own perfectionism, our own reluctance to take a step unless the whole staircase is already built. And it's tragic because you could have the talent, the idea, the opportunity, and even the anointing. But if you're listening to that inner critic, you'll stay stuck. Self-doubt is a thief. It robs you of peace before you even start. It talks you out of applying, out of trying, out of praying big prayers. It convinces you that what you have isn't good enough, that there's always someone smarter, louder, more connected, more gifted. And so you shrink. You shrink your expectations, your dreams, your voice. Not because you're weak, but because you've been conditioned to question your worth. You see someone else walking in boldness and assume they have something you don't. But maybe the only thing they did differently was refuse to listen to the lies, because that's all self. Doubt really is a lie dressed in logic. It sounds responsible, it sounds cautious, it even sounds humble, but it's still a lie. The lie that says your past disqualifies you. The lie that says if you fail, you'll fall apart. The The lie that says God skipped you, forgot you, passed you over. But if God put something in you, He didn't make a mistake. He doesn't invest in failure. He doesn't anoint without purpose. He doesn't call what He doesn't plan to complete. And that means you have a responsibility not to be perfect, not to be better than them, but to believe enough to try. Because breakthrough begins not with evidence, but with belief. It's not about having the whole plan figured out, it's about taking the first step, even when your knees are shaking. It's about trusting that the God who gave you the vision will also give you the provision, not before you move, but as you move. Too many of us are waiting for confidence before we act. But confidence doesn't come first. Obedience does. You don't feel ready before you step into your calling. You step and the strength rises. You speak and the boldness follows. You move and the fear begins to lose its grip. And let me remind you, courage is not the absence of fear. It's deciding that fear will not make your decisions anymore. You've spent enough time guessing yourself, enough time holding your potential hostage to the approval of people who don't even understand your purpose. Enough time rewriting your resume, your post, your idea, hoping it sounds like someone else's version of success. But you weren't made to imitate, you were made to initiate. The only one you're really up against is the version of you that still thinks you're not worthy. But here's what you need to remember. God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. If He gave it to you, the dream, the burden, the message, the vision, it's because He's already seen you finish it, even if you're just starting. So today, make the decision to believe, not in your talent, not in your perfection, but in your calling, in the God who formed you in secret and prepared you in silence, in the power that comes not from proving, but from trusting. Your greatest enemy was never them. It was the part of you that refused to believe you were chosen.